Hey Libra, EverlongMystic here. So we're just going to get you a message today, and it's just going to be what you need to hear right now, what wants to come out for you right now. We're going to start with some Lafruma cards. I guess you're just getting one? No, you need more than one. So we have leaf unfurl. So I feel like that is something that's actually happening right now. Hold on. There is another Lafruma card that wants to come out. Needle. Okay, there we go. Hold on, I'm just kind of soaking it in to see. It's like the blending of two worlds here. It's weird. It's almost like this is what you're doing now. You are unfurling. I do feel like you're opening up, you're growing, you know what I mean? I just feel that for you, and I feel like this is the underside of it. Like this is the light side of it, this is the dark side of it, but both are equally magical. And it's funny because it's almost like there is some it's weird. It's like these readings are kind of piggybacking off of the other ones, because Sagittarius was a little bit related to Taurus, and Libra, yours is a little bit related to Sagittarius and Taurus, because there was in one prior, there's like unstitching required in order to get to this unfurling energy, right? A little bit of inspiration here, something that really gets you to open and venture out, or something like that. And then, but here, the underside of it is you're stitching back what was unstitched to get you here, but when it's stitched back, it's something completely different. There is some alchemy going on here. I almost feel like there's something in the middle. But I think that's for you, though. Whatever's in the middle, there's something between these two cards. I just feel like there's something here. But that's you. I think you're in the middle. So I'm just going to put them back together, but I was compelled to show you. All right, so let's get some tarot here. Ooh, we have the Page of Books. And this is, it's learning something. It's reading, it's learning, and it's exploring. I feel like this is testing the waters. Testing the waters. I know you want to come out. There you go. And then we have the Prince of Birds. Friendship, helpfulness, gratitude. I'm just seeing like a willingness. Like, look at this, the image on the card. It's like this individual here is very willing to take this seed of whatever, probably knowledge, from this bird. It's a willingness to accept knowledge somehow, because it's coming out with the Page of Books. It's like you're willing to learn something, or willing to taste knowledge when it comes to like either the friendships that you have, or something like that. It's like it could just be the willingness to receive assistance when needed. Okay, so let's get a couple more of these. what is this about? You have the Mistress of Terror. The Mistress of Terror. Control, submission, feminine power. I almost want to say this is what was unstitched before you got to this energy. Because there's no way you can unfurl and be in this state right here of pure, like, awesomeness, right? There's no way you can be in this state if you are either being super submissive or being controlled or oppressed somehow. Because this is like the image to me speaks more than the words, and it's like super toxic energy. It's like you were able somehow in the past, Libra, to dismantle or unstitch some kind of super toxic energy. It could very well be toxic feminine energy. And you made it to this point here. And whatever area of your life that this toxic energy kind of ruined or spoiled or whatever, it's like once you get here, and the bottom side of it is this re-stitching with this needle, this mending, right? Once it's mended back together, it's a completely different world because it's without this, right? And there is a little bit of like kind of starting fresh or starting over energy with this page of books, but it feels peaceful. I mean, look, it looks peaceful. It's like you're sitting here in the cool water reading a book, sharing it with, someone else, and they're not bothering you, you're not bothering them. It's like very copacetic. Nothing like how it used to be. Oh, we have another page. I like this. You are open to knowledge. It's like you're open. You're accepting. You're willing. I like that, Libra. We have the page of skates. And you know what? It's like you're not afraid to take on something new that you've never done before. Like there's a sense of adventure, a sense of courage here. But like, okay, so maybe you try something new and you're terrible at it. Who cares? It's the whole point is you're willing to try some things new. Because it's like you have so many options now, whereas before in the past you did not, because you let yourself be controlled by something. It's almost like the spirit or whatever is trying to show you things that are possible when you don't let something or someone control you. Maybe that's the message really underneath that's trying to come out. I don't know. We'll get some more cards. But like this page of skates, it feels like in a different reading, this might not be a welcomed card, but it's very welcome. It has a very welcoming feel, even though it's about struggling and failing at stuff sometimes, maybe being disappointed or whatever. But it's like the difference between like being in a shitty situation and then having disappointment stacked on top of that. Not a good feeling, right? But like if you're in a really calm, good place, where you're willing to try, and it's like these future failings or future disappointments or whatever, they just don't feel as bad. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like you're cool with it. You know what I mean? Because that's not the end. That's not the end. That's not the end all be all. It's like you're not going to be stuck there because you're not being controlled. It's like no one's locking you in that place. All right, so we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was talking about. It's like it's stacked. Like you don't have that cumulative stacking of just not trouble, but heaviness. It's like you don't have that heaviness. It's like you're free. You're kind of you're free. You're floating. You're willing. It's like sans heaviness. So it's like without this, without the Ten of Wands. Yeah, and without the Nine of Swords. What is on this picture? Wow, if I'll be damned if this is not a picture of like a bunch of people being controlled by a big oppressive energy. You've got this big, huge individual here, and it's like they are blocking and blocking and blocking and not allowing these people to get out. So, whatever this is, whatever you have survived or gone through, Libra, in the past, it was a big deal. It affected you a lot because it not only like affected your physical bodies, which I'm what I'm feeling with this Ten of Wands, but it actually, I mean, it affected your mind. It stayed, I mean, it stayed with you. It affected your psyche somehow. And it ended. No way. Of course it did. Of course it did. It ended the terror. The terror had ended. That is lovely. And then, yeah, you moved on. You have the Chariot. Look at you. It's weird. I don't know why it's showing that all like the past. But I'm like 100% certain that this is you right now, Libra. Ah, okay, so Two of Cups. You know, while I was shuffling, I was asking for future. I was asking for future cards because we have all of these past cards and the Two of Cups came out. I like that. So this could either be you joining forces, or you just really focusing your energy on on love, on the things that you love, being love. Oh. Seven of Wands. I don't know why this is funny to me, but it's a future card. It's you either joining forces or being, loving, being loved, just focusing more on that energy. And then it comes out with the Seven of Wands, which is, oh my, how does that love grow? How does that love grow? I mean, look, this love is a giant. Giant, and this giant is holding what I am seeing as the Ace of Wands. And that's due to this inspiration and this card and where you are in the present moment. So there's something that you are, some energy you're in right now that is fueling your future of love and how it grows. I love it. I love it. Love it. Okay, Libra, this is your message, and I will see you later.